2 weeks, multiple groups already decided, records broken, legends crowned, and one golden generation completely humiliated. As the group stage winds down, here are the 5 biggest stories that define the first half of this World Cup. It started with a missed penalty. Then, in the 38th minute against Austria, Lionel Messi scored to officially become the greatest World Cup goal scorer in the 96-year history of this tournament, passing Miroslav Klose's record that had stood untouched for over a decade. He added a second in stoppage time for good measure. At 38 years old, in his 6th and final World Cup, he didn't just tie the record, he buried it. 18 goals, completely alone at the top. Days after pundits openly called for Cristiano Ronaldo to be dropped, the 41-year-old scored twice against Uzbekistan, broke Eusebio's Portugal scoring record, and looked straight into a camera to declare, "I'm back." Through journalist Fabrizio Romano, he went even further, saying they told him to retire, but he was still here. 2 decades of doubt, 2 decades of answering it the exact same way. USA won their first 2 matches for the first time since 1930. They scored in the opening 15 minutes of both games, something no host nation had done since France in 1938. And they did most of it without their biggest star, Christian Pulisic, who missed time with injury. A breakout defender named Alex Freeman stepped into the spotlight instead. This wasn't one superstar carrying a team. This was genuine depth. And then there's the disaster nobody saw coming. Türkiye arrived with a golden generation. Arda Güler, Kenan Yildiz, Hakan Çalhanoğlu. They racked up 62 shots across 2 matches. They scored 0 goals. Eliminated with a game still to play, the most shots without scoring in any 2-match span in World Cup history since records began in 1966. Pure talent meant absolutely nothing without finishing. Cabo Verde, the smallest nation in World Cup history, held European champion Spain to a goalless draw. Then they drew Uruguay too. Their 40-year-old goalkeeper Vozinha gained over 14 million Instagram followers overnight. An island of 500,000 people refusing to go quietly against 2 former world champions. This is exactly why people fall in love with this tournament. Step back and look at the bigger picture. All 3 host nations have looked genuinely competitive. 2 all-time legends rewrote the record books in the same tournament. And the new 48-team format already proved its worth, giving smaller nations real moments on the biggest stage instead of just making up the numbers. The group stage is almost done. The round of 32 starts soon, and every single match from here is win or go home. No more dead rubbers, no more group stage cushion, just pure knockout football with the world watching every kick. Subscribe so you don't miss a single moment of the knockout round starting soon. Pitchova, football made simple.